Today we're slopping the hogs on Turtle Tuesday with Super 7 Ultimate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Bebop.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got a heavy hitter in more ways than one with Bebop. But for all your Bebop needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to start off with the old shipper box. Don't see these anymore from Super 7, but at the time of this release, it was still a thing. We do get the logo, Bebop, right on there. See you later. Goodbye. Now we get down to over here to old Bebop in the traditional case for the Ultimates here in a very heavy figure. He is a big hog, as we do know, but Bebop looking good. We got that manhole cover with his look on it there. Nothing on the sides, any fun. And then, of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles classic logo on the back. Looking good once again. Of course, slip cover just peels on off. See you later. Goodbye. And then there it is. Look at that. Two heads on him. I love the heads here. You get a normal head, I'll call it, and then you get the Playmates-inspired, very strange-looking head. Never liked the pinkness on that. We'll get into it, of course, but I love that we have the option here. Of course, all the accessories we're used to with the Ultimate Edition. Turtles logo, Bebop, the brick wall pattern around on the packaging looking very, very good. There it is on the side there. A little punk rock action, of course, as we do know here. And then, of course, on the back, we got the Blurbo Doom. Let's see what it says about our old friend, Bebop, the powerhouse punk enforcer of the Foot Clan. Bebop is the mutant punk rock hog who could slam dance his way through any crowd. This road hog warrior dares to shave his head in blatant opposition to the establishment and his parents. Behind his mohawk ponytail, cool shades, and all-star tennis shoes lurks the heart of a pig, ready to pulverize the turtles. Guided by the evil Shredder, Bebop is willing to roll in the mud to snort out the turtles. His two turtle shoulder pads cover a grotesque array of safety pins, tattoos, and junk food. So he's throwing it back to the 70s punk rock like a young Sex Pistols is what he's doing right there. And of course, Bebop, you gotta have rock steady with him. We will unbox him on the channel as well. Check out that video. Subscribe to the channel while you are at it right here. But let's get old Bebop out of the package here. Bebop-alula, she's my baby. See you later, goodbye. And oh my gosh, there it is, little red background. See you later, goodbye. And then, of course, plastic prison. Look at this thing here. Big double plastic prison on Bebop, looking amazing. I'm going to take this offline, get him out. We'll be back talking all things Bebop. All right, we got Bebop out of the package here. Let's kick it off with some accessories, and we got some interesting stuff here. Of course, we got the old weapons tree going on, so we get the same weapons twice, this time in the plain Jane colors. As usual with these, cool to have, not necessary from where I sit. And of course, we all know, I sit right here at this very table. Not necessarily necessary here, but very cool, I guess. Attention to detail of the old school Bebop. And I had the old school Playmates one when I was a little kid as well. And we'll do some comparisons to that one later on in this very video. Now, we do get two hands, two gripping hands on Bebop out of the package. He comes with two fists of fury here. I am here for that. Big bruiser like this, he's got to have a couple of fists ready to go, and we do get that with him. We do get two weapons. You get a nice little blade here. I guess a dagger, we could call it. Kind of a bluish silver blade, bluish handle, bluish end, brown handle where you hold on to. looking good, of course, for old Bebop there. And then one of the most crazy weapons ever. I remember as a kid, like, man, this is just next level brutality. It's not a gun, which the gun is pretty brutal if you think about it. You get shot with a gun, it's not a good day at the office. But I always imagined and played with him. He would tackle somebody, whip this thing out, and he would like drill into their head or something. And man, that's a painful way to go. I can only assume there. I remember when I was like second grade. Oh, here it is, story time with Kyle. It reminds me of second grade. I'd spend the night at my buddy's house. Second, third grade, fourth grade, but I believe this was either second or third grade when this one went down. But his mom rented us Faces of Death because, yes, a kid in second, third grade should be watching Faces of Death, apparently. And I remember not being totally scared or anything, but I just remember a couple of creepy scenes. I remember a guy falling out of a helicopter into like an alligator pit. And they said some of this stuff was real, some wasn't after time went by. But I remember a guy falling out of a helicopter, like doing a news report on an alligator pit and falling out. I remember that one that stuck with me. But another one was like this nurse in a mental institution or something like that. And the guy had a screwdriver and he was holding her hostage and all these cops got the guns on the guy. And he had the screwdriver and he drilled it right into her head. And I remember just like, man, I can't believe this. And I was like, 8 years old or something like that. It's just wild times. I'm sure we were all there, especially back in the 80s. Things like that happen from time to time. You'd have a parent at a sleepover and say, these kids, these second graders, they really should be seeing Faces of Death. That's probably a good movie for them. Let's rent it for them. Let's do it. Let's get them some Little Caesars while we're there as well. And that's how it went down. Crazy bread all night. Wild times had to be there. But this drill kind of reminds me of that in a roundabout way. There you go. Story time commence. We do get a shield here, a manhole cover shield. I'm here for this. Not a bad looking thing. It does look a little bit small, though, compared to the rest of his body. Pretty small, but I guess maybe that's one of the things. Hey, this is how big he is. Trash can lid isn't going to be very big against a big bruiser like him. So I think that's how we got to justify it in our mind a little bit. But now we get down to the head sculpts on this one. And very cool attention to detail, or I don't know if that's the right word, but protection of the figures. They had a little plastic cover over his face right here in the package to keep this all nice and going. See you later, goodbye. So I do appreciate things like that. But right out of the package here, man, oh man, we got a punk rocker all day long. Got those blue glasses on. Got that gray kind of silver metallic underneath the glasses, looking good in the lenses there. Got the big ring in the nose like any warthog would have there. That way you can pull him around, do whatever you need to, of course. But he does have that. Two big tusks coming out there like a young Fleetwood Mac, really, at the end of the day. Two tusks on the side. Got the big teeth going down as well. Big old mohawk that you could set your watch to. This would make Road Warrior Animal blush, this mohawk right here. Even got the mullet down on the end, but it's in a little ponytail. I'm here for that all day. Looking good in the head department. Got the two ears at the top. And then he's got that pinkish, weird skin tone that he didn't have in the cartoon, but had in the original Playmates figure. So they're really doing a good attention to detail right here. I really do like that, and that looks really, really cool. Now, we get this second head, and it's got the protective cover on it as well. Bam! See you later, goodbye. And this is very similar. Basically the exact same head, 100% same head. Got the earring in the ear as well. Same head, but it is more skin tone to the rest of the body. And as much as I like the attention to detail of the old one, I think I'm going to buck tradition with this one. And I'm probably going to end up using this version of the head just because it looks cleaner and it's what I want him to look like. I don't know if I want him on my shelf saying, ugh, why would they get that pink face there? I mean, I know why they did it, but why would they? I want this one. And this is probably the way I'm going to go for this Bebop figure here. But choose your own head adventure if there ever was one. He does got a vest going on. Love all the pins, the attention to detail, skull and crossbones going on. Got a nice necklace with a skull on it as well. Got the fur line on the jacket and a little design on the back. Very, very cool. He's killed a turtle or two. Not sure which ones. Maybe down at the old pond or something. But he's got some shells over there as shoulder protector. Got some chains going down and then into some skulls. And I can only assume turtle skulls hanging off him. Very, very cool. And I think the original one maybe had that. And that is one thing I don't know if we've talked about with the Super 7 Ultimates. They bring out some of the details from the Playmates figures that maybe we didn't really notice in the past, that were kind of lost without the extra paint work. Perfect example in this figure right here is he's got the Stone Cold Steve Austin knee brace going on. Oh, shout out to old Stone Cold. He's got that going here, which I never knew was in the original one until I grabbed the Playmates one. I looked at it, I'm like, what the heck? That is actually in there. I never noticed that in my entire life, but he does have it right here. He probably had an ACL surgery along the way somewhere. Who knows? He's got his red shoes on. Oh, I love a pair of red shoes. You know me. Red Converse style shoes going on. The gray laces looking nice. Got the very Frankenstein stitched up jeans here looking very interesting. And no bullet belt on him, but he does got a nice chain link belt here going cool. He's got some wrist bracers with a chain over here. Just a straight up wrist bracer over on this side here. He does got that little tail, and we got articulation in the tail, which I find to be really cool as well. Straight up articulation. The arms do go around. This turtle does move out of the way, but I don't think enough to get all the way around, but you do get some side to side, up and down over there. Side to side at the elbow, up and down single jointed. Hand removable, back forth, side to side. Head removal, back forth, side to side, up and down. Pretty good articulation out of that head for the most part. You do get a little sideways waist back and forth. He can do some big old bebop splits if you do need them. Legs do go up. You do get a bend at the knee. Side to side, a little limited articulation with that knee bracer on there. I guess true to life, true to form. Boot cut, and then ankle up and down, side to side. He does have holes in his feet, so we're going to find out, does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Of course, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And what do you know, he fits on the ringside stand, just kind of like we assumed he would there. But man, a big, tall, powerful, imposing figure. I'm here for that. I love Bebop, Rocksteady. They go hand in hand for me. You got to have both of them. Had the original ones in my collection as a kid, and I do got the re-release that we had a couple of years ago, a year ago. What is Time once again? You can see how these two compare. This is how we you played with this, but you imagined it like this is how it went down, at least for me when I was a kid. And he does got all that dangling stuff off the turtles on the shell, so I love that attention to detail. I love how that does go down here. Just a fabulous, fabulous figure. He's going to look great, of course, paired with Rocksteady, and we'll do that unboxing on the channel as well, as I did say. So Bebop, a 2 thumbs up. Big time winner right here. A must-have if you're collecting the Ultimate line, if you ask me. Just a fabulous figure. But what say you guys and gals out there in YouTube land? You picking up Bebop? You playing the long game? I think I'm playing the long game. This came out like a year and a half ago. I'm finally getting around to unboxing it. So let me know if you pick this one up along your ways, along your adventures, out in the field, or from an Entertainment Earth of the world. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, on Patreon, including early access to videos like these, bonus content. We got pizza reviews. We got dog stuff. We got it all going on the Patreon, and you can be a free member of the Patreon now. Link in the description down below. But, of course, Patreon does support the content that this channel does bring. You can also support the channel at PressTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. The _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Bebop, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.